What's up guys, my name is Dean, aka the Blue Crusader, and welcome back to the channel. In today's Minecraft mod showcase, I'm going to be doing a little bit of a throwback on a really well-known mod called Mutant Creatures. But this is the remake of the mod for Minecraft 1.14.4, which is Mutant Beasts. It's basically the same mod, it's just a recreation for the newer versions of Minecraft after the Mutant Creatures mod hadn't been updated for 4 whole years. The Mutant Creatures mod was one of my favourite and it adds some really crazy monsters to the game, and you may have seen it featured in my Zombie Apocalypse top 10 mods video, which you can see in the description down below if you want to see more awesome mods like that. So this mod recreates it and it basically has the same creatures, so let's go through all of them and let me showcase their abilities and some of the special items in the Mutant Beast mod. So it would make sense to probably spawn the most famous of the mobs first, which is the Mutant Zombie. Now you guys, the chances are you've probably seen this mob somewhere. It's been in countless funny videos, you've probably seen it somewhere on the internet. This is famous, this is basically like a Minecraft celebrity. This mob from this mod, everyone knows about this. It's the crazy huge mutant version of the zombie. Now, these guys have some pretty cool attacks, and you can see not only does he look pretty imposing, he has some kind of unique grunting sounds and zombie sounds too, which is different from the normal vanilla zombie. And he actually has 75 hearts of damage, okay? Now, I don't know why I'm doing this, but I'm going to be a madman, and I'm going to go into survival mode. And you can see right over here, he's going to do a slam attack, okay? If you get close to it, the mutant zombie will slam down on the ground, and he'll smash everything down in the ground in front of it in this path, which kind of stretches out in front of him in a line. And his slam attack can deal anywhere in the range up to 12 hearts of damage. So that's pretty crazy, okay? And as you can see, he hit me with it there. I could not dodge it. And he's got quite a lot of range on this thing, but luckily it takes a few seconds for him to actually charge it up and hit the previous blocks. So you can actually evade it and jump out of the way. There is ways to dodge it, but it's a lot easier to dodge it if you're actually far away. So it's probably best if you use a ranged weapon for this guy. Now the fact that he has 75 hearts makes it extremely hard to kill him. And as you can see, I'm probably going to have to do my usual noob thing which I do in these videos, which is eating golden apples. This is literally the only way that I can actually defeat these guys properly. You'll never see me defeating mobs in these videos legit. Now you can see here, this guy's doing a ton of damage. He's already knocked all of my golden apple hearts out of the way, so we're going to have to recharge that. But yeah, he also has a 25% chance to give you hunger. So if he attacks us and strikes us, it gives the player a chance to become hungry, and then you can become starving. Now I've just defeated him and he kind of slumps on the ground and drops, but then he gets back up. So just when you thought you'd killed him, he's just laying on the ground and there's a surprise, okay? So we knock him down. So this is basically what happens, and you think he's dead, and you go towards him, and he gets back up, and he just throws you up in the air, and it looks like he's gone into kind of like a second phase here, because he's still doing the same attack, but now he's knocking me up in the air, and he's kind of doing this weird dolphin dive move, where he jumps up at me and then hits me a second time. Now this is pretty devastating. I'm going to have to keep eating golden apples for this, okay? So this guy's pretty tough. Now, don't be fooled by this, because this is Cry Wolf. You think you've killed him, but you haven't every single time, and it doesn't get old. So like I said, the whole hunger thing that he gives you is basically like if you eat rotten flesh when you kill a zombie. He drops rotten flesh, right, and you eat that food when you're first new to Minecraft and you think, oh, I've got some food, this is going to heal my hunger. Well, it doesn't. It only makes you more hungry, which creates more of a problem. That's what this does. He has the chance to make you hungry. Now, I've got these custom texture pack bars here because I'm using this Skyrim pack from one of my old videos. So I'm going to go ahead and disable that because it makes things a little bit more confusing. And now we're back into the normal Minecraft interface. Now, you'll see this guy dropped a weapon, okay? He's dropped the Hulk hammer, okay? So, if I hit a sheep, this thing literally one-shots sheep. It does a fair bit of damage to horses. It doesn't one-shot things, but it's a fairly decent hammer, but you can see it doesn't have very good durability. It does 9 damage, which is basically the same level as a really decent sword, but the attack speed is not really that great. So that's one item that you can drop from the zombie, which is the Hulk hammer, which makes sense because the mutant zombie is kind of like the Hulk off Avengers. But the zombie does have some more moves which I didn't cover, which were in the Mutant Creatures mod. For an example, he can throw you as well, which you've kind of seen. He can also summon zombies and resurrect them from the ground. And he can also heal, okay? And one thing you may have noticed is, I'm just going to go ahead and spawn him again. I don't know why I'm doing this. I just want to show you this again. You may not have actually realized this because obviously this is like a special mod and you've probably not been thinking about the normal zombies in the same way. But he's not taking sunlight damage. That's because obviously he's mutant, so he's like a special upgraded zombie, which doesn't perform the same as the other zombies. This dude's like literally a zombie on roids. And I can't hit him in midair either. But you can see he does have a few attacks, which we didn't cover before, so he's a really interesting mob. Now, let me show you something, okay? So, if I go into creative mode and show you something which I didn't explain before, the reason why he's laying on the ground, you may have been wondering this, is basically, you have to incinerate the body, okay? And if you don't incinerate the body, he'll come back to life. So what you do is you get a flint and tinder, and you right-click on him, and you set a blaze to him, okay? And basically, you burn him, and then the zombie won't get back up. Okay, so next up is the Mutant Creeper. So I'm first going to spawn the Mutant Creeper minions. These get summoned in the Mutant Creeper fight, so it kind of makes sense to show you those first. So this is the Mutant Creeper. Okay, this thing is absolutely terrifying. It's like a spiny version of the Creeper, which has all these bent over bones. It looks like this guy has been slouching with a really bad posture in a gaming chair for a while, something which I've been doing recently. Probably shouldn't be doing that. Probably should fix that, or I might turn out like this Mutant Creeper. But hopefully, if that happens, then I'll get the same powers as him. So basically, this Mutant Creeper has 60 hearts. Okay, and he's a little bit imposing at night time, so we're going to set it to daytime. This guy has 60 hearts, and he has 5 different attack tactics which he can utilize in the fight. Okay, now he has a direct attack where he swings its head at you and then hits you up. So this guy can knock you up as well, just like the previous guy. And if you didn't notice, he can dive up in the air, jump down on the ground, and explode. And for some reason, this seems to be this guy's favorite attack because he keeps doing it, and this is his jump attack, okay? And as you can see, he can also summon these little mini creepers over here, which I showed you earlier. And you may have wondered what those were. Well, even though they're small, they still pack a punch. You know why? Because they can still explode. They're not melee mobs, they're actual creepers which drop gunpowder and can blow up. But luckily, if you're careful, when this guy does his jump attack, he can kind of jump out of the radius a little bit. It's really hard to fully evade unless you completely run out of it. But look, as if it was just out of chance, a lightning strike hit the Mutant Creeper and it turned him into a supercharged creeper. Okay, so just how that like never happens in normal Minecraft to normal creepers, apparently this is just a normal thing for the Mutant Creeper. So now this guy is just going to get absolutely jacked up and just destroy everything in his path. But he seems to be just chilling in this pit. He's created a home for himself. Now he's doing this thing where he just keeps biting me repeatedly. This is a really weird boss fight. I think this dude, okay, maybe he doesn't want to chill in there. I think he wants to chill in his crater, but keep expanding his crater further. He's trying to, oh, okay, we've got some love hearts there. What does this mean? I think that means that he's bred. Oh no, okay. Oh no, that means he wants to hurt me still. Don't be fooled if there's love hearts. Oh no, he's sucking me in, I think we're gonna die. Yep. Okay, we've died. But luckily, we have a mini-map mod which shows us where we previously died. So let's go jump on back and see our point of death and see exactly what happened. Okay, so we died around here, this weird crater, which got ever bigger the further into the fight phases we got. Now, you'll see over here, he's not actually here anymore. This is because that's kind of like his final phase. So he sucks you in and he just thinks, okay, you defeated me, so I guess you're going down with me. If I'm going down, then I'm going to bring you down with me, sort of thing. Kind of psycho, but I guess that's just how the world works these days. There's those kind of people out there, and the Mutant Creeper is definitely one of them. So he took me down with him. So I don't know how you can dodge that attack. I'm pretty sure you have to be outside of the Mutant Creeper's radius, and if you're not, you're just going to be dragged in, and it's not going to be fun. Trust me. Which we've just realized. So basically, each time the Mutant Creeper charges, there's a 1 out of 6 chance that it's actually waiting for you to get closer to it. And if you do get closer, the lightning bolt will hit it and it makes it supercharged and it'll be stronger. So that's what we just experienced over here. And you can see, even though we defeated him, this little creeper egg in the middle is supercharged too. So even in death or in his egg form, he's still extremely powerful. We've witnessed firsthand just how powerful his explosion is upon death, because he wants to get revenge from the grave. And if you somehow manage to dodge that, which we didn't, then he will basically give you this egg, okay? So if I just move... Okay, these slimes are annoying. Someone remind me never to play flat mode again, okay? Super flat Minecraft, super good to record videos on, really convenient, gets all that annoying grass out of the way, which becomes a problem when recording, but the slimes are annoying. So we can right click on this creeper egg, and you wondered, where on earth did this go? Well, it's put it on my head, okay? I don't know why it puts it on your head, but I guess it's kind of like a cool decoration. So basically we put it on our head, and we can actually stack these on our head too. So technically we could actually have multiple eggs on our head, okay? Now I don't know why you'd want to see that. That's basically a sight to be seen, but it's kind of fun. It's like a display item. But if you wait 3 to 5 days, then the creeper egg will also hatch. So that adds something interesting to switch things up a little bit in the meantime. Now, if you want to speed up the process, what you would do is you can actually blow the egg up, and then you can make it hatch a lot quicker, okay? And basically, all this would do is it will summon your personal minions. So just like you would have a wolf or a cat in Minecraft, you can basically summon like a mini creeper by doing this. So it's kind of like a cool method just to have like another vanity item in game, just to have like a visual pet, which doesn't really do too much, but it looks really cool. Okay, I'm going to hold my shield to this TNT. I wonder if this will actually block... Okay, that did block the impact. I think something happened though. I think the creeper egg has become even more charged. I'm not sure. Let me try this again. Okay, shield time. Oh, okay, now you can see hearts come out of the creeper egg, and I think it's growing in size. I'm not entirely sure if it's actually growing in size, but you could definitely see there was some hearts coming out of that. And that basically means that you're advancing the creeper egg onto a further stage by surrounding it with explosions. And this is basically how you will make it grow faster if you want to make a hatch. So technically, the faster I want it to be, the more TNT I can throw in here, okay? And luckily we're in creative mode, otherwise the durability of this armor would be absolutely destroyed. Okay, make sure to block this. I don't even know I'm blocking it at this point, because I have God mode in creative mode, so this is kind of ridiculous. And, okay, this is going to be the last demolition, and then I think we're just going to wait, and maybe at some point in the video, the egg will just hatch by itself, so we don't have to wait in-game days. Oh my god, we just created like an absolute explosion. The time add command, we kind of fast forward time and we fast forward the days. This has been at least 3 nights, right? So that should count as 3 days. I would guess now that we can just wait and maybe it'll hatch by itself at some point. Now, the one thing that I don't understand about this mod is I don't actually know how to take the creeper egg off your head. So, yeah, that's a little bit of a problem. So let's move on to the mutant snow golem. So next up is the snow golem. You can see this guy, basically, when you spawn him, he will drop, and basically he has this kind of like angry brawling look, like he's ready to have a fight, and he kind of surrounds himself, covering the land around him in snow. So just like a snow golem, he'll basically walk around and cover all of the grass and make it into snow-covered grass. So basically, the mutant snowman is created via a special method. So in Minecraft, to create a snow golem, we'd get a jack-o'-lantern, and then we'd also get some snow blocks, right? Most people have built a snow golem in Minecraft, so they kind of have an idea how they usually work. Well, you would actually use something from the Mutant Beast mod called Chemical X, and if we right click Chemical X, it's kind of like a splash potion, and we use this on normal snow golems, and they basically evolve and mutate into mutated snow golems, okay? So they go from snow golems into mutant snow golems, okay? And now we have 2 of these guys running around the world. Probably shouldn't have unleashed that kind of hell upon the world, but it's for testing purposes. And you can already see this dude is just hurling blocks. Look at this dude. This is so cool. Like, he will literally pick up huge blocks of ice, which he'll create himself, by the way, just because he's floating on snow, and he'll absolutely pummel all the mobs around him and just yeet them with these big ice blocks. He'll basically also freeze every type of water block near him. Like, I don't know how to show you this. Maybe I can just, like, spawn water here. Okay, yeah, that works. Okay, so any water block he's nearby, he will freeze, okay? But this is also because normal water actually hurts him. Okay, so if we put down water, it will launch him in the air and he'll get hurt from it, but as he lands, he'll then freeze everything around him. So he can't really survive in water, but any water he goes close to, he basically freezes it over anyway. and he'll create a path of snow, and then he'll just lob these ice balls. So that's kind of the basics of what he does. Now, these ice blocks which he's thrown right now, these do up to 6 hearts of damage. Like, it's literally crazy how much damage these pieces of ice do to mobs. If the snow golem itself gets injured, and if he gets attacked by mobs, there's actually a really simple way to heal him. You just spawn snowballs, and then throw snowballs at the golem, and he'll have these love hearts over him, and this basically means that you're healing him. So it'll heal 1 heart every single snowball that you throw at him, so that's really cool. So what if we want this guy to follow us? So we just right click on him, and then it has my player name. So now it says the Blue Crusader, and your name appears in the head. So after this, he will basically follow you. Now, this guy's kind of in combat mode right now, so he doesn't actually care about me. So it's kind of hard to show you this. But usually you right click on him, and then it binds your name to him, and then he will start to follow you. But since we're on a flat world, everything's hostile to this guy, so he's just gonna ignore me and just keep, like, going on this rampage. But that's fine, I don't like slime, so he can do that. Now, the water does 8 hearts of damage. You may have wondered, like, why this guy takes damage. Well, the water does 8 hearts. Like, he didn't have a chance to recover. After I put down 2 or 3 buckets, he was just a goner and he was dead. And when he dies, you may see there might be some snowballs around here. Oh, here they are. Okay, here's the snowballs. He can drop up to 32 to 48 snowballs, and also the jack-o'-lantern head, which is the illuminated pumpkin, which should be lingering around here somewhere. I think I picked it up. Or I saw... Oh, no, I did pick it up. I don't know. But yeah, he drops the pumpkin and snow when he dies. If you've been watching the channel for a while, you'll know that I absolutely hate skeletons. They always cause problems when I'm playing, and when I'm trying to do survival challenges, skeletons always ruin them. Normal skeletons ruin the first few nights, and my 100 days hardcore first attempt was ruined by wither skeletons. So I absolutely hate these guys, so let's just get this over and done with, okay? We're gonna spawn the Mutant Skeleton, which just looks absolutely awesome. This guy looks legendary. So this is a ranged mob, just like normal skeletons. These guys do have arrows that they shoot you with, but the bows are kind of binded onto their arms. You can see it's actually strapped on with like a leather wristband onto this guy's arm. It looks super cool. Like, he's not actually holding it, it's literally part of this guy's arm strap. And he has this huge giant rib cage with this kind of metal jaw to him. So this guy's pretty crazy, okay? This is a skeleton who's been through quite a few wars. Basically, these guys' arrows go through all bodies, and they can deal random effects to the player or their target. So he could poison you, he could give you movement effects like slowing you or making you exhausted. As long as you hit him while he's weak before he shoots the arrow, it may actually prevent him from firing it. Okay, let's just see how we do versus this guy. Okay, so he's going to jump in the air first of all, and then he's going to poison us. Okay, and we're going to eat some golden apples because this guy is already just shredding me to pieces. Now, this guy is a little bit of a harder one just because he's poisoning you, and he has 75 hearts of damage, which is especially crazy for a ranged character. Now, like I said before, when I said this guy's spells go through all bodies, what I meant by that is a shield will do nothing. Okay, so a normal skeleton, you can get a shield and then they're just useless, because that's like the solution for skeletons on Minecraft. You just build a shield and then they no longer hurt you. But if you go versus the mutant skeleton, even if you have a shield, these guys are going to be an everlasting problem, okay? Now, we've just broke this guy apart. If you get enough hits on him, especially with a diamond sword, because that's the best at this version of Minecraft, you can literally hit this guy apart, and then you can right click on the ground on all of the segments of his body, and you can actually pick up custom pieces of the skeleton, because he basically breaks up into many different pieces. So we can just go along and collect all these pieces, and then I'll show you them in the inventory, and you can pick up basically every segment of this guy's body. As you can see, we picked up skeleton ribs, skeleton limbs, the pelvis, and the skull, okay? And you see, if we put this thing on our head, it gives us 2 armor, and it gives us a really nice face mask, which looks exactly like the skeleton. So the skeleton can do melee attacks, and he can dive up in the air and basically shoot you with arrows. As you saw, he's a very tough mob, especially that multi-shot attack he did in midair where he shot multiple arrows. That was definitely probably one of the harder ones to fend off. All of these mobs will heal, and none of them burn in the sunlight, not even the skeleton either. So this is what makes this guy tough, just like the mutant zombie was. Now, if you're wondering, I also got these shoulder pads too. You may wonder, what on earth are these pieces? Now that we've slayed the skeleton, what's the point of actually getting these pieces of armor and all these materials? Well, you can actually craft a whole armor set. So as you can see over here, we can use this set of bones and pieces to make the Mutant Skeleton armor set. So I could go ahead and just spawn this and just show you what it looks like. And I'm gonna have to delete my diamond armor over here. And as you can see, this armor set actually looks really cool. Like, it makes you appear like a skeleton, basically like a smaller version of that mob. And it has some pretty decent stats. I don't think it's as good as diamond, but it's basically like an iron tier set of armor, which is pretty decent. Now, as you can see, as we put on the different pieces of armor, they give us bonuses. It's not just for visual purposes, okay? If I put on the helmet, it doesn't do anything. If I put on the boots, it gives us a jump boost. And if I put on the leggings, it gives us a speed boost. So these items are actually convenient and give us a few bonuses to our abilities too. Okay, so next up's kind of a funny mob, which is based off the whole Simpsons thing. So if you guys saw the Simpsons movie, there was basically this thing called Spider Pig, and Homer was basically like holding this pig and just making him walk on the ceiling. So I guess this is where this joke came from. So this is Spider Pig, okay? So this is from the Simpsons movie, which was originally a joke, but they've actually made it into a literal spider pig in the Mutant Beasts mod, which is pretty scary. It looks like one of those scary toys that Andy had created, like by taking apart different toys and gluing them together in Toy Story. This is just definitely something out of my nightmares. Basically, they've combined a spider and a pig in a laboratory or some evil boy's bedroom, and they've created this monstrosity. This thing can climb walls. One thing which makes it especially scary is if we throw a poison potion, it does nothing. These guys are not affected by poison at all, and they can move quickly through spiders' webs, okay? If we place down loads of spiders' webs over here, this guy's not fazed by it, look. He's just walking as normal. You'd think he's walking slow, but no. Just because he's like half a pig, it doesn't mean he has to creep through them. This guy just walks through them super quick. When it attacks a normal pig or a spider, it can also transform them too. So if this nightmare wasn't bad enough, this guy will attack pigs even though he's supposed to be one of their own. Look at this poor pig just getting stalked by this spider pig. And now the pig has turned into a spider pig and he's basically duplicating them. This is just like the escape and run parasites mod all over again. Like, instead of the parasitic infection, this is spreading this like weird spider pig airborne disease. We need to make a vaccine for this. This is the most important thing in the world right now. Make a vaccine for this spider pig phenomena. Okay, so let me just quickly go into survival mode and just show you some basic attacks first of all, okay? So this guy's not attacking us, right? But let's pummel him. Okay, now he's going to go sicko mode on us, okay? So he's going to start placing down webs. He's going to dive at us and kind of do this full-on reverse, like, lunge at us, which is pretty crazy. It leaps at the target and it attacks you or it immobilizes you in a web block. The attack's not strong, but you can see it's still hitting off a few hearts each time. And the fact that he just constantly slows you just makes it more annoying than anything. He's basically doing a good 2 hearts every single time. We're going to be friendly with this guy, okay? Because there's actually a taming system in this mod. So if you thought Spider Pig was cool, well, basically, this is going to be a treat for you, okay? This feature lets you tame it. So this spider's tameable. If the Spider Pig has 4 or less hearts remaining, and it kills a tamed creeper minion, it will devour the creeper minion's soul and become tamed to the player whose creeper minion was killed. So basically, to tame this thing, you need to have a creeper minion from before, which I don't have because I died, and I don't have that creeper head or the creeper egg on my head anymore, so we can't hatch it. But if you had a creeper egg, you would be able to use that and then basically use it to tame it. So basically, you would then be able to ride the spider pig. So I'll try and put a picture on the screen right now for you guys, just to show you what that looks like. And you can basically charge attack with it and use it as a full-on mount, which is pretty crazy. And you feed it pork chops and spider eyes to heal it when it gets damaged in battle. Okay, so the last mob in the Mutant Beast mod, which we're going to cover before we have a look at the lesser known items in the mod and a few things that we may have missed, we have the Mutant Enderman. Okay, so along with the Mutant Zombie, this is probably the most famous one. I think the Mutant Zombie and then the Mutant Enderman are probably the 2 biggest mutant creatures which you've probably seen before. These guys are pretty crazy. Normal Enderman, they hit like a truck, especially on hardcore mode. That hardcore challenge, impossible. I don't even know if I'll be able to finish the 100 days if I do it a second time. But the Enderman is definitely one of the reasons why. This Mutant Enderman is particularly scary, okay? Because he just disappears all over the place, just like a normal Enderman, but it's worse when he disappears, because it's a lot harder to find him again. Now, these guys have 100 hearts, and they have 7 different attacks, okay? So I can't basically explain every single attack, but I'm going to go into survival mode, and you're going to see exactly what attacks this guy does, okay? And I'm going to kind of let the fight play out. So he's going to summon all of these different ender visagers, which are basically like these see-through duplicates of himself. Then he's also going to grab me, teleport me in midair, and basically pummel me, and then I'm going to get dazed, okay? So now I have nausea, I have blindness, and I can't see anything. Maybe I can throw down a... Okay, I had 1 poison potion, and I had to waste it. Okay, where is he? Oh, he's disappeared. Oh, there he is. He could have literally taken full advantage of all those potion effects on me and just killed me. So he'll basically do 1 of 7 different special attacks, which he has the chance to do, all at different times. And this one's particularly the most distracting one, because even though it doesn't really do any damage, it's just confusing. So this fight is mainly based off of moves and abilities which just confuse you. Now, he's paired his ability where I can't see anything with this special ability where he picks up blocks from the ground. So a normal Enderman will pick up typically 1 block and just hold it, and he'll like grief your base. No, this dude picks up like 4 or 5, and he'll literally throw a few at once at you. So he has 2 spinning here, like he's double dribbling like Michael Jordan or something, and then he's picking up extra ones from the ground and then throwing them at me too, like he's trying to hit some like free throws or something. And then now he's going to summon the army of these visagers, and hopefully he will show himself in a minute. I don't know where he's teleported off to. I think we have to actually defeat these guys first. Okay, right, now he's going to show himself. So like I said, this guy has 100 hearts, so I think he's actually the tankiest. The ability where you'll lose the most hearts, though, is that one. When he teleports you up into the sky, just the fall damage alone will make you lose tons of hearts. So this is a pretty tough boss battle, and it's one that's time consuming because it actually takes a long time. It would probably not take as long if we went on full flat mode. Okay, there has to be some easy way to kill all these visagers. It's like killing an army every single time. Okay, I'm running low on golden apples, boys. I'm on 14. I think I should probably only eat 1 apple instead of just chomping them all down when I don't need them. Okay. If you do play Mutant Creatures, though, I'd recommend installing the Neat mod. The Neat mod basically gives a mob health bar to all bosses and mobs in the game, and it kind of shows you at what stage you're on when you're defeating a boss, because I can't tell how many hearts this guy has right now, so I don't know how far away I am from defeating him. So the best thing is for these guys is they can teleport, but they don't really do any damage. So you just kind of have to kite them and just draw them around you. Oh, okay, he's done the teleport thing again. Good job I took the golden apple. Okay, let's see if we can get a few hits on this guy. Where's he gone? Oh, he is... Wait, he's attacking me now. Oh, there he is. This is actually like one of the first times he's gone to attack me. Okay, now he's summoning these boys. Okay, I've got a good 3 or 4 hits off him before he goes into retreat mode again. Hopefully we can defeat him before we finish all these golden apples. Okay, so we have a diamond sword that does 7 attack damage at once, and if he has 100 hearts, then we should have hopefully killed him, although these mobs can heal, bear in mind. So that doesn't mean he hasn't healed from the damage we've given him so far. Wait, I think we got him. I think we've got him. He's gone into this shell. What's going to happen here? Oh no. Oh no. I think this is I think this is another special. Oh no, it's not a special attack. Okay. So after the very time-consuming, really slow boss battle, which is actually fun because it was kind of tough at first, he'll basically just implode and then disintegrate, and he'll drop many different Eyes of Ender and Ender Pearls. I don't know if it's a random amount he drops, but for me he dropped 5 eyes and 3 pearls. So that was pretty cool. That's pretty decent. Now, one thing I didn't do, which I didn't show you, but if you get there close enough to his body in time, you can actually pick up the soul fragments, which kind of spawn around him before he implodes. And when you right click on them, you can actually pick them up. Now, when you combine these with the eyes, they will actually give you a special item called the Ender Soul Hand, okay? And basically, this is supposed to be the hand of these Ender Soul visagers, those guys which kept attacking us. And as you can see, it's just basically a see-through hand that does 6 attack damage. So it's kind of like a weapon that looks kind of cool. So now we look like a skeleton, but we have like this see-through ghost hand. So it's pretty cool. There's some really nice items in the Mutant Beast mod that you can get, just that makes your player look better and gives you a few abilities. Now there's 60 uses for these hands before the durability goes down, so kind of just like that hulking hammer you could get from the Mutant Zombie at the start of the video, you can't use them forever unfortunately. And a few of the mods elements that we didn't cover, so we have the Creeper minion tracker, which is obviously for your summoned Creeper, and we have the Creeper shard, which is something I also didn't cover, where when we right click on it, we can basically summon our own explosion and kind of explode the ground around us. So that was the Minecraft Mutant Beasts mod. This is a recreation of the Mutant Creatures mod, and both mods are basically exactly the same. They have the same features, and the recreation or the remake has managed to actually update all of the old features from the original mod to the newer version of Minecraft, which I believe at the minute only supports up to version 1.14.4. I will put the link in the description down below if you do want to download this mod and test it out for yourself. Make sure to drop a comment below if this is one of your favourite mods and why the reason is that you liked it so much, and like the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel and become a member if you want to get my mods and support the channel and all the future videos. Thanks for watching guys, and I'll see you next time.